Welcome to the boating adventure. Well, a very good morning to you. It is Saturday the 4th of May 2024 and welcome to the Cuddy of the Swamp Duck. It's a bank holiday weekend, but rather than going out on the boat, because I think it might be a little bit busy out there, I decided that I would spend this weekend going backwards and forwards to the marina doing some much needed maintenance on the boat. And the first thing that I want to attend to whilst the weather is dry is to change the rubber seal on the front window. I think when it's sort of out in the glaring sun all the time, the rubber very quickly seems to perish, and I didn't put it in very well in the first place when I was on the Ashby Canal because I just didn't really have the facilities there to be able to do it properly. But whilst I'm here, I'm going to have a go at replacing the rubber. So the first thing I need to do is to make sure that the boat is covered just in case it does rain. So I've got some plastic sheets to put up, and then I'm going to take the middle part of the rubber out, and then that will release the glass, and I'll take the glass out. I'm going to take that home and just make sure that it fits perfectly, because I've got the original window that I took out in the first place. I kept that as a template in case I should ever need it. So that was a good move. So I'm just going to make sure it's 100% accurate, because I think that was one of the problems before. There were a few bumpy bits around the edge that didn't quite fit. And then I'm going to bring it all back and have a go at putting it back in. It's not an easy task to do. Last time I did it, I didn't really have the proper equipment either to do it, but this time I've bought a proper setup from a well-known warehouse. They sell everything, don't they? So I brought the proper kit for putting the rubber sealer around the edge and then putting the bit in the middle that keeps it all in place. So that's my first job today, is to take the window out and take it home, sort it out, bring it back. Yesterday, with a lot of help from Steve, I managed to get the window replaced, at least the seal. It was all the rubber seal that had perished. I think with being exposed to the sun, how it is, and the rain and everything, it's quite vulnerable just there. So I guess that's a little job to do every now and again. Hopefully not too often, because it took all day, believe me, to get that in. It's very difficult to do. The first thing we had to do was to fit the large piece of rubber to the fiberglass of the boat and get it all the way round the edge. And to help us do it, we super glued it to the fiberglass, so it was stuck in place, because as soon as you start trying to feed the glass in, it would all come off. So we needed it to be pretty secure, so we went all the way around and we super glued it all the way around the edge to the boat. Before we tried to get the glass in, we went all the way around the slot that it fits in and sprayed it with WD-40 so that it made it nice and slippy. So then we got the perspex glass and we started to slot it in, and I watched quite a few YouTube videos, and it suggested starting off by getting it in a corner first. So we did, we got it into the corners, and then we very carefully had to ease it in to the slot. It took a bit of doing, and it took both of us either side of it with an implement trying to sort of squeeze the slot apart and very gradually getting the glass in. Once we got the glass in, we thought, oh, that's it, we're laughing now. But the next thing was to get the little bit of rubber that goes on the outside, which acts as a lock-in mechanism for the rubber. That was the hardest thing of all to get in, because you're working in such a tight, awkward space anyway. And the tool that I had, it was okay, it was much better than when I did it before with a fork or a knife or something. I certainly didn't damage the rubber in any way, shape or form, and it did go in perfectly. It just took all day to do it. You could only just do, 6 inches at a time, very, very carefully, and the most awkward thing was going around the corners. Once we got around the last corner, we seemed to speed up and get the last bit in quite easily. But that was a tough day yesterday, doing all that. We didn't film it. It would have lasted far too long, and to be honest, working in such a tight space, setting up cameras and falling over them wouldn't have been a particularly good idea. The examples that I followed on YouTube were really good, but I did notice that the examples that they showed, they were just fitting in a very, very small piece of glass into a very, very small window space. It's not the same as having to do this at all, but we've managed it. And we've given it a good clean, and it's looking okay, and I think you can see out of the window clear enough with the camera, so that'll be good for filming. So my next job is, we've taken all the curtains down and Steve is washing and ironing them as I speak. So the next job is we're going to paint, or at least I'm going to paint the ceiling. I'm going to do the white first of all. I've got a quick drying gloss to do it with, and then I'm going to paint all these struts again. And I've got a slightly lighter colour because I couldn't get this. This is an Oxford blue, but they didn't do it, they did a denim blue. And I've tried a little piece of it there, and you can hardly tell the difference, to be honest. Now that it's dry and I'm looking at it, you can't tell the difference. So I'm going to do all of that, and then there are all the doors to do, and the drawers, and all the underside of the bedding, all that wants doing. So today is, I think, National Paint It White Day, and if I've got time, do some blue. One other decorative feature which I've changed in the smallest room in the boat, we've got a new toilet roll holder, and it's in keeping with the mirror, so that looks pretty cool. Well, a very good morning to you. It is Wednesday, the 8th of May 2024. The sun is shining. It's a really nice day, and I'm off down to the marina this morning. I just need to call in at a petrol station and get some fuel for the boat, so that's all nicely topped up. I didn't go to the boat at all yesterday. I think having had a couple of days solid work on the boat with doing the window and painting, I think I needed a day off. So yesterday I had a leisurely day at the gym. Actually, I think the gym was actually easier than trying to put that window in. So today I'm just going to carry on doing a whole load of painting. I didn't get as much done as I had anticipated the other day, so I'm just carrying on with the white, and then I'll try and get onto those blue straps. And today is Zach's birthday. Grandson Zach is 15. Can't believe it. Time flies when you're enjoying yourself. So happy birthday, Zach. I'm not sure whether he watches still, but okay, so I've got some petrol and I've got some diesel. I'm hoping I won't need the diesel for quite some time to come, but it's there anyway if it turns really cold. So off we go to the boat and spend a whole day of painting. I've finished the white on the ceiling, and I've done a bit of the surrounds as I've gone along, but you just begin to realise how much white there is. It still needs to be done. So it's onwards and upwards. So I've done quite a lot today, but now I'm getting to the point where I'm having to do a lot of masking up, so it's going to take a little bit more time. I was given this hat as a bit of a joke really for my birthday, Captain. It's probably because I'm always here and whatnot. But I actually, thinking about it, it's got the right colours obviously, because it's got the white and it's got the blue. But it's also got this gold band. And so I was thinking about that and thinking if I could get something like these sort of, I suppose they're laurel leaves really. If I could find something like that, I might be able to add a dash of decoration to these blue struts that go across the ceiling. So I've been searching and I may have come up with something. Well, a very good day to you. It's Thursday the 9th of May 2024 and it's certainly not the day to be stuck in a boat painting it, but I haven't got a lot of choice because I've really got to get on with it. You can see out here it's absolutely beautiful, and I've just driven past the Sawley floodgates and they're left open, so the river levels and the cut must have equalised, so there's no need to have the gates closed anymore. What a difference. A few days makes. I made an awful lot of progress yesterday. I did an awful lot of the white. I've just got the back of the toilet door to do, and the little bits at the back there where the clothes storage is on either side, and a little bit down there. I've got to take those heaters off just to get to that part and paint that all up. But today I'm going to start by doing the blue strapping. It shouldn't take too long to do that. I just need to mask the white, and then I won't get any blue on it. But once I've done that, I'm going to paint those up, and they can be drying whilst I then do the rest of the white, and then I can put my decoration on, which arrived yesterday, and I think it looks okay. That the jury's still out on that, so I'll let you decide what you think when I've finished it. Okay, so I've had a really good day today, and as you can see I've got quite a lot of the stuff reinstalled. There's still a few bits to do, and it's mainly the blue edging. So that's going to be a first job for next week. I'm going to replace all of that decorative paper there, which is underneath the deck. That all wants redoing, and I have an idea for some newer lighting underneath there to make it look a little bit more in keeping. And then I need to turn my attention to the cooking area. I've got an idea to upgrade the ceiling there to make it a little bit more fireproof, so that's something I need to attend to. I've got a cushion to make for the top of that stool, so that will make up the part of the bed that I would need in order to make it up as a single bunk. So I've cut it out, I just need to sew it up, so that's a little job to do. And then I need to turn my attention to the deck and give that a really good tidy up as well. Well, a very good morning to you. It's Tuesday the 14th of May 2024, and I really shouldn't be at the boat today. I was going to spend today at the caravan. I had booked it in at 10:30 for a wash at the storage depot. If you want to clean your caravan, you do have to book it in and book a space in the cleaning bay. So I booked that for 10:30, but it's absolutely throwing it down with rain at the moment, so not much point trying to do that. I do have to go over to the caravan later in order to take some bits and bobs, and there's a little bit of work that I need to carry out. I am going to use the caravan over the weekend. I have a remote canal that I want to take it towards so that I can do some kayaking. Whether I can fit that in today, if it clears up or not, I don't know. So I thought in the meantime I would come over and make a little bit more progress on the boat. As far as painting's concerned, I've just got a little bit of white to do down the bottom here. I've got to take the two electric bars away so that I can get to the woodwork and just paint that white. And then where I'm sitting at the moment, underneath here, that needs to be finished white. And then there's a little bit of blue around the cooker area that needs to be finished, and some edging around the drawers that requires masking up, and then the woodwork will be finished as regards painting. I have bought a couple of metal sheets that I'm going to put on the ceiling above the cooker. That'll help it, or keep it a little bit safer really when you've got flames, so they're not going to go straight onto the woodwork on the ceiling. There's a bit of a barrier, give us a little bit longer to escape should we need to. I'm thinking of sort of boat safety certificate coming up in the summer, and I just want to make sure everything is as good as I can make it. Added one or two little nautical touches, things I've found as I've been going along. Even got some new tea towels, nautically themed. And I came away from Blackpool with a new clock, which is a little bit more in keeping with the boat, so that's going to be put up. And what else? Yeah, I have to I bought some more of the paper that goes underneath the deck, sticky back Fablon stuff that goes underneath the deck. I want to take off what's on there at the moment. It's beginning to curl up a bit and come off, and put some new stuff on. It has lasted for 5 years, so that should see me out. And then I've done that little bit of mattress, so that's all done. So I'll be able to make this part up into a single bunk, and it'll still give me a seating area on the other side. Won't work obviously when we've got it as a double bunk, but nevertheless when I'm on my own, it just gives me a little bit more space to move about, and it also means I can leave the bed made up, so I haven't got that chore to do every night. So that will more or less finish it in the cuddy. Can't think there's anything else to do. Then on the deck I have bought some new flooring. It's much more in keeping with a boat. It's proper decking type flooring. The flooring that is down there was put in by the previous owner, and it's a laminate flooring, and it's okay, but it's obviously not waterproof, and it's beginning to show little bits of curling at the edges where it's got wet, and it's beginning to look a bit on the grubby side, so that's going to be changed. And it just depends how I install it as to whether I need to take the cuddy door off and just shave a bit off the bottom, because I think this new flooring might be a little bit proud of the door opening there, so I may need to just shave a bit off that, and then that will give us a nice new flooring. And then on the deck I'm going to paint anything that's dark blue already. I'm going to paint that with this denim paint, freshen all that up, and then it's really just a matter of polishing the woodwork for the moment. I'm not going to do anything else with that because it's not too bad at all. I've sort of done that as I've gone along, and I don't think I need to do that. There's just a little bit of edging that I'm going to sort out, and then I think essentially I will have finished sprucing up the inside of the boat. Okay, that's the easiest job done first, by putting the new clock up. Very Blackpool. And my next task is to get this metal work put onto the roof above the cooker. So there's going to be one just there and one just here. I've already drilled some holes into the metalwork. I did that in the workshop, so it's just a matter of screwing it to the ceiling. I finished putting the metalwork on the ceiling. The hardest part of that was getting the plastic film off it that it came wrapped in. It was really hard to pull off. It was very sticky. So I just need to tidy up that paintwork there, the blue, and just give it a good clean roundabout, and that looks a whole lot better. Well, good morning. It's Wednesday the 15th of May 2024, and I'm about to go over to the boat again today. I've really got the final push this week. I've got today and tomorrow and then I hope to have got as much done as I possibly can. So what I'm going to do today, I need to take the cuddy door off and just shave a little bit off the bottom of it, lay the flooring on the deck, and then I've got to do that bit of papering in the cuddy itself, and just a tiny bit of painting, and hopefully that will be about it. Okay, so I've got the big guns on it this morning. Say hi. Steve's going to do a bit of the painting down the bottom there, the white paint that I still need to get done, and a bit of the blue edging, and I'm going to crack on and get this flooring down. First of all, I need to give it a good hoover so there's no bits, and then I need to take that door off, sort it all out, get the flooring down, put the door back. Okay, so I've shaved a little bit off the bottom there. I think it's just trial and error. It didn't need very much off, I don't think. The worst part was getting the old screws out from the hinges. They were all old flathead screws, and they were well and truly worn. Okay. So it's now just coming up to 10 to 4, so I think it's time to knock off for the day. We've been at it since about 11 o'clock time, half 11. All the painting's done now. It just needs to be unmasked, and little bits of touching up to do. There's a little bit of blue to do around the edge of these drawers, but that's not actually mega important. Try and get it done tomorrow. And then I need to attend to underneath the deck there. That paper needs to come off and the new paper on. That shouldn't take too long to do. What I think is really impressive is the flooring on the deck. What do you think? What do you think?
That's brilliant.
Looks much better, doesn't it? And we've taken it up to the back step as well, so it's all part and parcel of it. And I think that looks it looks like it's really expensive.
It was.
It was actually it was the end of a roll on Amazon, so I didn't pay very much for it. I'm hoping they're going to have another end of a roll very soon, and I can do some more elsewhere.
It looks good.
It looks good.
It looks good.
I've brought the engine cover home today so that I can do a little repair on it, which is here, and that's where I had made a hole there to allow the filler spout to come out for the Chinese diesel heater when I had a plastic fuel tank. I no longer have that, so that hole is no longer required. So I've refilled it, and it strengthens the whole of that part of the cover. So I'm giving it a good coat of paint. This is the second coat, and then hopefully I can return it to the boat tomorrow morning. Well, good morning. It's Thursday the 16th of May 2024, and today is a final push on getting all these jobs completed on the swamp duck. So I'm turning my attention to sprucing up the underdeck here, putting some new paper on. So first of all, I've got to take this old stuff off. Shouldn't take very many minutes, it's falling off anyway. So I just need to get the new stuff cut to size and stuck on. It's self-adhesive, so that shouldn't be too much of a problem. My plan for tackling all these little jobs today was to start at the front of the boat and work my way down to the back. So I've done the papering. The next job is to sort out the lighting under there, because previously I just used one of these sort of metal string light thingies, and there's nothing wrong with it. It still works. It's very flexible and whatever, but I just thought it might be better if it was made into more of a rope light, and then it would be more in keeping with the theme. So it's just a matter of getting it wrapped around this rope. So I went to the chandlery this morning and I bought some new rope to do this with. I didn't buy second hand rope or anything like that, because I just thought that would be money for old rope. Never mind, this could take a while. Okay, so I've more or less finished 95% of everything I wanted to do. There's just a tiny bit of blue paint to do here in the cuddy. So the cuddy is more or less finished. I've got some cleaning up to do on the deck and a bit of polishing, and then it's going to be cleaning the outside of the boat. I'm conscious of the fact I'm running out of video, so I'm going to end this video here, and then I'll do a full viewing of the entire project that I've been doing this last couple of weeks, and I'll do that as part of my update on Sunday afternoon. So thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for all your support, and welcome to all the new subscribers. If you have enjoyed this video, then please give us a thumbs up and make any comments, as it does help to bring forward the channel up the YouTube algorithm, and more people will get to know about the channel. So thank you very much, and as always, do take care.